Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate. So in today's video I'll be teaching you guys how to make this beautiful funnel sleeve. So let's dive right into the video. So the first thing I did was to measure 12 inches on both sides. I will just measure 12 inches to form something like a square. So that's what I'm trying to do right there. So after measuring it, I'll use my straight ruler and connect the points together. Then after that, I'll cut it out. I'll cut it out. Then after cutting it out, I'll fold it into two. And then I'll fold it again. Then after doing that, I'll spread it out again. So when I spread it out, you can see I'll just mark one part of the square. As you can see, I have 4 squares there. So I'll just mark one part of it. I will mark it out, then cut it off. I'll cut that part off. So that part will be my shoulder. The essence of doing this is just for the shoulder to lay very flat and form a good shape. So after that, I'll fold it just the way I did in the video right now. I'll just fold it. Then after folding it, that place I'm pointing is my shoulder. So I'm trying to like write something on it. I'm writing that's my shoulder so that I'll be able to know. So after doing that, I'll measure 1 inch from the edge. I will go down and measure another 1 inch. And then I will use my ruler and connect the 2 points together. Then after that, I will use my French curve and form something like a curve there. Not something, I will curve a curve around that part. So the shape will be okay. We don't need a pointy edge. So after that, I'll use my hand and blend it very well. Blend the curve. Then I will come to this pointy part. From that very pointy part, I will measure 1 inch inwards. Then after doing that, I'll connect that 1 inch to the upper part and connect the 2 points together. Then after that, I will then cut them off. I'll start from here, cut on that curvy part. And then after then I'll cut this side too. I'll cut this side off too. Then after doing that, guys, after doing that, I will use my masking tape. I will use my masking tape and connect the 2 points to I'll use my masking tape and hold it together, hold that part together. Then after that, I'll fold it again. Then use as you can see, that part is still pointy. I will use my biro and blend it. Then cut it off. So this is the shape we got. That's the shape I will be using, and I think I'm okay with it. So that part is my shoulder. Then after doing that, I'll bring my satin fabric, fold it into two, then bring my pattern paper and then put it on fold as well. Then cut it, leaving half-inch sewing allowance on all sides, half-inch sewing allowance all round. I will then cut it. So after that, I will cut another one to have two of that. One will be the main fabric and the other one will be the lining. So after that, I will then iron it out, and I'll iron the two of them out, and then I will place two of them together and cut out the excesses, because I want two of them to be exactly the same. So I'll cut out any excess I see there. I'll just cut it off. Then after doing that, guys, I'll bring my interfacing. So I'll be using gum stay for this particular tutorial, but if you like, you can use hairstay. You can use hairstay, but this is the one that is available right now, so that's why I'm using it. But I think hairstay will work better, but this is the one I'll be using right now. If you want, you can also use hairstay. So after that, I will just the hairstay, hairstay is always fusible, so I'll just use my iron and fuse it to the fabric, to the satin fabrics. Then after doing that, guys, I will cut out the excesses, then iron the satin fabrics very well, so that it will just lay very flat on the attached. I want to like fuse it very well to the satin fabric with my iron. Then after doing that, guys, I will bring my light wording and is fusible too. So I will bring my pattern paper and lay it on that light wording, then cut it without adding any sewing allowance to it. So I will just cut it without adding any sewing allowance. So after doing this, guys, I will spread it out, then bring my satin fabric, the one I'll be using as the main fabric. I'll bring it, then lay the light wording on it. So I'm trying to like set the light wording and then cut out any part that will be touching the sewing allowance, because I don't want that part to be bulky. So I'm trying to like cut it out. I don't want it to touch the sewing allowance. So that's what I'm trying to do right there. I will cut it out. And then after cutting it out, guys, I'll be using lace fabric for this tutorial. You can use anything of your choice, but I want to use lace fabric. So I will put my lace fabric on this satin fabric later. So one part of the satin will be my lining, one part will be my lace, which is the main fabric. So this is it. You can go and watch my previous video to see how I attach my flail to my satin fabric. You can go and watch my previous video. I always use gum to do that. So after that, I have my lining and my main fabric right there. So after doing that, I'll just fold it into two, then sew this part. That part will be my shoulder. I will sew it with half-inch sewing allowance. I will fold my lining too and do the same. So after that, I've sewn it here. So after doing that, guys, I will cut out the excesses, like that sewing half-inch sewing allowance. I will cut it out, leaving like 0.2 inch. I'm not gonna cut through my sewing. I'll just cut it, leaving very little around it. So after doing that, I'll do the same to my lining and then turn it over. I'll flip it over to the front part. After doing that, I'll flip the lining too, and then I will attach the lining to my main fabric. You will make sure that the two backs, the two front side are facing each other. Then I will sew with 0.5 inch sewing allowance all round, leaving like 2 inches. That 2 inches is where I'm gonna turn it over to the front. So I've sewn it already right here. So after sewing it, I'll cut out that half-inch sewing allowance so that it's not gonna be bulky there. Please make sure you don't cut through your sewing. I'll just cut it off, leaving very little, and then I will notch it a little again. Then after that, I will go over to that 2 inches I left behind. That part I left open, I will flip to the front through that part. Then after doing that, guys, I will bring my tailor's arm and iron my sleeve. I'll iron it out there. I'll iron everything out there. Please don't iron your sleeve, this kind of sleeve, on a flat surface. It will spoil it. So I'll place my tailor's arm as I'm doing right there in the video. I will just place it and iron the shoulder too. Then after doing that, guys, I will iron that half-inch in. On that part that is open, I will fold in the half-inch inside, and then use my iron and iron it so that it will lay very flat. And then after doing that, guys, I will bring my hemming gum, bring just a bit, and then put it inside there. So this hemming gum will help will glue them together, so that place is not gonna be open again. If you like, you can sew it as well, but I want to use hemming gum. Then after doing that, your sleeve is ready. So you can embellish as you want. You can embellish it as you want. So this is it. That part I'm showing you right now is where that will be on the shoulder. So this is the sleeve. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So I'll be glad if you can put your notification bell so that you'll be able to know whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much. Bye. See you next time.